This is about your body. Someone is telling everyone you look like a, don't skip, I mean it, because what I'm about to say is not random motivation, not empty words, not something you've heard 100 times before. This message is touching something real, that's already happening in your life. Stay till the end, because there is a truth waiting, that will suddenly connect past comments, past confusion, and even the self-doubt you never spoke out loud. Listen closely, someone has been talking about you. Not quietly, not secretly, they're saying it openly. And before your mind jumps to fear, embarrassment, or anger, stop right there. What they said was never meant to shame you, it was pointing towards something much deeper, something even they don't fully understand yet. Take a breath and stay with me. The reason your body, your presence, your walk, your stillness, even your silence, has become a topic, is because you are carrying something uncommon. You were never designed to blend into the background. You weren't made to look like everyone else, move like everyone else, or live like everyone else. Don't skip this part. Someone saw a glimpse of your future, before you stepped into it. They noticed a shift, that hasn't fully completed yet. And when people witness transformation before it finishes, it confuses them. That confusion comes out as comments, comparisons, jokes, or strange observations, they can't explain. Stay till the end. Because that statement you heard was not an insult. It was a signal. People don't compare things that are invisible. They compare what stands out, what draws attention, what carries weight in a room, without asking for it. Here's something important you need to hear slowly. Your body has been changing quietly. Not in loud ways, not in dramatic ways, but in subtle, powerful ways. Your posture has shifted, your eyes hold more awareness, your face carries more depth. When you enter a space, something feels different, even if no one says it out loud. Don't skip. Someone sensed this before you fully realized it yourself. That's why they spoke. That's why they reacted. When people feel energy they can't explain, they label it in the only way they know how. Stay with me. Your body isn't just flesh and bone. It carries memory, growth, and intention. Right now it's reflecting the inner work you've been doing silently. The healing you didn't announce, the boundaries you learned to keep, the decision to stop shrinking yourself for comfort. Listen carefully. When your inner world changes, your outer presence follows. And when that happens, people notice without knowing why. They watch how you stand, how you look around, how you don't rush anymore, how your silence feels heavier than words. Don't move. This matters. The person who spoke about you wasn't describing your face. They were reacting to your aura. The feeling your body gives off. The sense that you are becoming more grounded, more solid, more real. Stay till the end. Because your presence is beginning to affect people you've never met. Conversations shift after you leave, thoughts linger, curiosity grows. That's not imagination. That's influence forming naturally. Here's the truth most people won't admit. When someone feels another person rising, it awakens insecurity. And instead of admitting that feeling, they hide it behind comments. Comparisons become a shield for emotions they don't want to face. Don't skip. Your body is becoming a signal. Not of beauty, not of perfection, but of readiness. Of alignment. Of someone who is stepping fully into their space. Stay with me. When you walk now, people notice. When you sit quietly, people observe. When you say nothing, people still feel something shift. That's because your energy is louder than your words right now. This is important. Your life is expanding. Your story is reaching places you haven't physically gone yet. And your body is adjusting to carry that expansion. That's why things feel different lately. That's why you feel watched without being watched, seen without being called out. Don't skip this part. You're not being judged the way you think. You're being recognized before you recognize yourself. And recognition always comes before responsibility. Stay till the end. Because this change isn't about attention. Attention fades. This is about recognition. Recognition follows purpose. The comparison you heard was the first sign. The first whisper. The first ripple. It wasn't the full message. It was the beginning of awareness. Pause for a moment. Feel how this lands in your body. That quiet sense of knowing is not random. It's confirmation. Your body is not just changing. It's preparing. Preparing to be seen. Preparing to be trusted. Preparing to carry something bigger than you've held before. If this message feels personal, it's because it is. Take a second to like this video, so it reaches others who are feeling this shift but can't explain it yet. Share it with someone who's been questioning themselves lately. And subscribe because what's unfolding doesn't stop here. And if you feel called to support this message further, you can give super thanks. Even $10 helps this message reach the people who are meant to hear it right when they need it most. Your destiny is. Stay right here. Because this is the point where everything connects. Where all the strange feelings, the sudden attention, the comments that stayed in your head, start forming one clear picture. Don't blink, don't scroll. What you're hearing now is the twist that explains why your life has felt different lately. Listen carefully. The reason someone said you look like a wasn't random, wasn't casual, and definitely wasn't small. It was a reflection of what your body is becoming. A version of you that's sharper, stronger, more grounded, and more noticeable than ever before. Your presence is changing. And people can feel it before you can fully see it. Stay with me. Your body is carrying the kind of transformation that makes people talk. Not because they want to judge you, but because your growth has crossed the point of being invisible. Your eyes look different now, more focused. Your face carries a quiet determination. Your walk has a confidence you didn't force. These shifts don't happen overnight. They happen when destiny starts moving behind the scenes. Don't skip this. If you miss this part, you miss the real truth. The comparison they made wasn't meant to insult you. It was a sign. A signal. That you're stepping into the version of yourself you were always meant to become. Unique. Recognizable. Unforgettable. People compare what they can't understand. They speak about what secretly unsettles them. And now the world is starting to see you in a new light. Stay right here. Because the comments someone made about your body that you look like weren't accidental and weren't jokes. They happen because your presence is beginning to shift the energy of every space you enter. People sense it before they understand it. Your body is carrying a frequency that wakes up attention you never asked for. Listen closely, the way you stand, the way you look around, the way you respond instead of react, these small things have started sending signals into the world. Signals of change, signals of strength, signals of someone stepping out of an old version of life, and into something entirely new. Don't skip. This is where clarity sharpens. People start comparing you, when they notice a version of you rising faster than they expected. They talk, when their mind can't process how quickly you're evolving. That you look like was never meant to define you. It exposed the fact that you're becoming someone they can no longer ignore. Stay with me, your body is not just changing. It's declaring a new chapter. A chapter where you don't need to explain yourself to be felt, where your presence speaks before your words do. That's why the attention feels sudden, that's why it feels unfamiliar. Don't move. This is important. The comment "you look like has been echoing in your mind for days, maybe weeks. And you wondered why it bothered you so much. But it wasn't the words. It was the truth behind them. A truth your soul recognized, before your mind caught up. Listen carefully, your appearance, your energy, your posture, are aligning with a version of you that even you haven't fully met yet. That's why people are noticing. That's why you become a topic of conversation without trying. Growth makes noise, before it makes sense. Stay till the end. Here's the secret most people never realize. When someone senses power rising in you, they rush to define it, before you define yourself. They compare you, before you discover who you really are. They label you, because they don't know how to sit with the glow around you. Don't skip. That comparison wasn't their judgment. It was their confusion. Their shock. Their inability to process the new version of you emerging right in front of them. Your transformation is louder than your silence, and that's why people can't stop talking. Stay here, your body is carrying a shift that's too strong to hide now. The way you're glowing without trying, the way your presence feels heavier, more solid. The way your energy enters the room before you do. These aren't random changes. They're signs. Listen closely, life is preparing you for a chapter where you will no longer be overlooked, ignored, or underestimated. People don't compare ordinary people. They compare the ones who stand out, who rise quietly, who disrupt comfort just by existing. Don't skip this. That you look like was the world's early reaction to your becoming. Your body is moving toward its true form. One that turns heads, pulls attention, and commands respect without saying a word. Stay exactly where you are. Because the reason they said you look like has nothing to do with flaws, and everything to do with evolution. People don't react this strongly, unless something inside you has already changed. Listen carefully, you're carrying an energy now that feels different. More confident, more awake, more steady. Even if you don't fully see it yet, others do. And what's unfolding next will make it impossible to ignore. That's why they talk, that's why they compare, that's why your name starts appearing in conversations you weren't even a part of. Don't skip this. Because what you're about to understand now is the hidden reason behind every whispered word, every sideways comment, and every subtle reaction directed at you. Their words were never random. They were a mirror reflecting the version of you that is quietly, steadily, and powerfully rising from within. Stay with me. This is where the truth begins to surface, the part that finally explains why everything in your life has felt different lately. Listen carefully, your body is stepping into alignment with the self you were always meant to become. Every detail of your presence, from the way you hold your shoulders, to the way your gaze lands on a room, is gaining definition. Your glow is becoming impossible to ignore. Your aura is sharpening, your face is more expressive, your energy more magnetic. People sense this shift, before you even fully understand it. The comment "you look like A" wasn't random. It was a reaction to something profound happening inside you. Something that even you are only beginning to recognize. Stay right here. The truth is their words were never about your looks, your shape, or the surface level of your appearance. They were a response to the invisible power forming within you. Your body is entering a phase where subtle changes, your walk, your posture, the way your eyes communicate, carry more weight than any words could. Each small shift is a sign of a new identity forming. One that commands attention effortlessly. People speak when they feel something beyond their understanding. That is what's happening now. Don't move. This part matters. The comparison was their attempt to grasp what they couldn't. Your transformation makes them uncomfortable, not because you've done anything wrong, but because you've started stepping into a version of yourself they weren't expecting. They are reacting to the energy of someone who no longer minimizes themselves. Someone whose presence is now undeniable. Stay till the end. What they said reveals your power, not their opinion. Listen closely, the changes in your body are subtle but profound. Your energy carries weight. Your eyes hold stories that aren't spoken aloud. Your movements are calm yet they radiate strength. Even when you're quiet, people feel the shift around you. Even in stillness, your presence commands attention. This isn't happenstance. It's a signal from life, that your next chapter is approaching. Don't skip this. The rise that is happening inside you triggers reactions. People notice when someone grows beyond their expectations. They try to define, compare, or label you. Because they can't comprehend the force quietly building in you. But comparisons don't limit you. They highlight the uniqueness that you carry. Your body, your presence, your very energy, is shaping a narrative that no one else can replicate. Stay with me. The moment they said you look like A, they were exposing a version of you even you haven't fully embraced yet. A version that's sharper, stronger, more magnetic, and undeniably alive. Their words slipped. Because your evolution is impossible to contain. The shift in your body, your aura, and your presence, is visible even to those who cannot yet name it. Don't scroll. This is where clarity hits hardest. Your body is aligning with your destiny. Each small physical change reflects an internal transformation. Your posture reflects victories you haven't announced. Your gaze communicates focus and resilience. Your presence leaves a trace in rooms you enter, in hearts you touch, even without speaking. The comparison they made wasn't accidental. It was the first acknowledgement of your rise. Stay till the end. Because this moment is pivotal. Their comment wasn't meant to judge you. It was an early recognition of power forming in your life. Your body is stepping into a state where everything you do, every move you make, resonates with a new energy. This energy makes people pause, observe, and unconsciously respond. It is the language of transformation. That can't be ignored. Listen closely, people react to what they sense more than what they see. Your body is sending signals the world can feel: strength, clarity, authority, and purpose. Your aura communicates a confidence you may not yet feel, but others are experiencing. That's why they compared you, that's why your name appears in conversations uninvited. It's the natural reaction to someone who is evolving beyond previous definitions. Don't skip, your presence is now a force. Your body, your energy, your expressions are no longer just personal, they are signals to the world. People notice it before they understand it, and that awareness triggers reactions that reveal more about them than about you. Your rise is both silent and visible, subtle and undeniable. Stay right here. This is the reality: your body is becoming a reflection of your destiny. It carries your story, your victories, your resilience, and your readiness for what's next. Every shift in posture, gaze, or movement is a signpost pointing toward the version of you that the world will soon recognize. Something huge is unfolding. Your evolution is visible in ways you haven't even named yet. Don't move, stay till the end. When they looked at you and said those words, they didn't realize they were pointing directly at your transformation. Don't skip this. This is the moment that finally connects everything you've been feeling with what the world is beginning to notice. Your body is not just changing, it's declaring a shift so powerful that people feel it before they can articulate it. Your posture is stronger, your gaze sharper, your presence more compelling. Even your silence now communicates authority, clarity, and unshakable focus. What they said wasn't an opinion, it was an instinctive reaction to a force they couldn't understand. Stay with me. The energy you're carrying now is rare. It's the kind of energy that makes people stop mid-conversation, the kind that sparks curiosity and even quiet admiration without any effort from you. That moment they compared you to was their mind's attempt to categorize a power that cannot yet be defined. Listen carefully. Your face carries the weight of everything you've endured, your movements reveal a calm that wasn't there before, and the way you occupy space signals to everyone around you that something extraordinary is unfolding. Don't skip, this is the point where understanding dawns. Pay attention. The truth is, people talk about what they sense but cannot fully grasp. They react to your rise before they can process it. And that rise, your energy, your presence, your subtle yet undeniable shift, is now impossible to ignore. Your body has become a signal, a marker of evolution that transcends words. Every glance, every gesture, every moment you breathe differently, sends ripples into the world, alerting everyone to the fact that someone rare is stepping into their own power. Don't move. This is where clarity hits hardest. That comparison "you look like a" wasn't about a likeness, it was a recognition. A subconscious acknowledgement of the version of you emerging quietly but powerfully. They sensed it before you did. They were responding to the aura of someone who is moving beyond limitation, beyond expectation, beyond the ordinary. Stay till the end. The changes in your body are subtle but seismic. Your presence is heavier, your aura brighter, your energy sharper. These are not surface-level transformations, they are the markers of a soul waking up to its true capacity. Listen closely. Your body is becoming a vessel for your destiny. Every micro-movement, every posture adjustment, every expression that shifts without effort, is part of a story only you can fully tell. The world responds instinctively because people feel when someone is stepping into a chapter bigger than the one they thought possible. That's why your name has started to appear in places you never expected. That's why their words were instinctive, unfiltered and raw. They couldn't contain their reaction to your emergence. Don't skip. This is where the secret becomes obvious. Your body is aligning with your identity, with your mission, with the essence of who you were always meant to become. It's a silent announcement to the universe. A signal that you are rising, awakening and stepping into influence without effort. People notice before understanding. They compare because your energy doesn't fit their categories. Their words are a reflection of awe, fear and unconscious respect. And that, my friend, is exactly what confirms the scale of your transformation. Stay right here. Your body now tells stories before your words do. Your gaze carries clarity, your posture conveys authority, your energy radiates presence. Even the smallest expressions reveal strength and awakening. The world feels it. You feel it too, in moments of quiet awareness, when you notice people looking, observing, reacting without knowing why. That is the power of a person stepping fully into themselves. Don't skip, this is your turning point. Listen carefully. When they said you look like A, it wasn't a casual remark. It was their way of signaling that you've moved beyond their understanding. That your evolution is no longer invisible. That the force rising within you is undeniable. Your body has begun to communicate what your words cannot yet express. Your energy is louder than ever. And it's making people respond instinctively, sometimes without realizing it. Stay with me. This is the truth they couldn't see clearly but instinctively recognized. Your body is carrying your breakthrough. Every shift, every change, every trace of confidence, calm and grounded power, is a reflection of your inner evolution. You are stepping into a space where your presence will no longer be overlooked, underestimated or diminished. That's why the world is beginning to notice. And that's why something huge is waiting for you. Stay right here till the end. Don't scroll, don't blink, this is the chapter where all the hidden signs make sense. where the whispers turn into recognition, and where your transformation becomes undeniable. Your energy doesn't feel like your past anymore. Don't skip this. This is the moment where everything becomes undeniable. When they said you look like A, they weren't talking about your features. They were responding to the force that has quietly been building inside you. Your body is no longer just a reflection of your history, it is now a declaration of your rise. The way your eyes hold focus, the way your posture exudes strength, the subtle way your presence fills a space. All of this is a signal to the world that someone extraordinary is emerging. Stay right here. This is where realization hits hardest. Listen carefully. The comparison was never meant to limit you. It was a revelation. A glimpse into the power you are cultivating. People instinctively react to energy they cannot categorize. And what they saw in you was a person who is breaking through every limitation silently but unmistakably. Your aura has shifted. Your face carries an intensity that wasn't there before. Your silence communicates more than words ever could. And this isn't temporary. It's a foundation being built for the next level of your life. One where your presence will command recognition effortlessly. Don't skip. Pay attention. The moment their words left their mouth, they unknowingly acknowledged a future version of you. One stronger, sharper, and more magnetic than anyone expected. Your body is carrying the imprint of battles survived, lessons learned, and growth achieved. Your energy is now so refined that even the smallest gestures convey power. Your smile holds wisdom, your gaze carries clarity, your movements are anchored in confidence. And people around you can't ignore it, they can only react to it. That's why they compared you, that's why their voice changed, that's why your name entered conversations uninvited. Stay with me. This is the truth, transformation that is rare, always evokes a response. Your body is becoming a living signal of your evolution. Every subtle change is a signpost marking your rise. People notice when someone steps beyond expectation, they react when someone embodies a power they can't yet measure. And right now your transformation is so visible, that even casual observers can feel it, in ways they don't fully understand. Don't move. This is the revelation your soul has been waiting for. Listen closely. You are entering a chapter where your presence matters, in ways that words cannot define. Your body, your aura, your posture, they are all aligning with your destiny. Every subtle adjustment in the way you carry yourself, is a declaration of strength, resilience, and awakening. The world is reacting instinctively. Because they are witnessing someone stepping into their true form, someone who refuses to be diminished by comparison or judgment. Stay right here. This is the moment everything aligns. The point where recognition meets readiness. Don't skip. The power forming in your body is both quiet and undeniable. It's the kind of energy that shifts rooms, commands attention, and resonates without effort. People sense it because it's authentic, it's rare, and it's unstoppable. The comment they made wasn't criticism, it was shock at encountering someone whose evolution they weren't prepared to see. Listen carefully. Your rise is now visible in every detail, from the way your eyes meet another's, to the subtle authority in your stance. This is not a coincidence. This is destiny asserting itself through your body. Stay till the end. What they said was a first acknowledgement of the extraordinary transformation you are undergoing. Your body is becoming more than a vessel, it's a beacon. Each movement communicates power, each expression reflects clarity, and each breath carries confidence. People are responding instinctively. Because energy like yours cannot be ignored. You are stepping into a phase where your presence will influence spaces, people, and opportunities, naturally, effortlessly. Don't scroll. This is the core of your awakening. Pay attention now. The version of you emerging is impossible to categorize. That comparison, "you look like A," was their mind's attempt to label something beyond definition. They were witnessing a strength, a magnetism, and a clarity that they couldn't name. Your body has begun to carry not just energy but authority. Not just presence but recognition. And this is only the beginning. Every subtle change you notice in yourself is preparing you for a life where your impact matches the power you've cultivated silently. Stay here. Your rise is unavoidable. Your transformation is now a force that the world responds to, consciously or unconsciously. Your face, your posture, your energy, they are all signals to everyone around you. That someone rare has stepped into alignment with destiny. People react because they sense something bigger than themselves happening before their eyes. That is the truth behind the words they spoke. It wasn't about judgment. It was about witnessing a rare evolution. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end. Don't move. Don't scroll. Your body is no longer ordinary. Your energy has shifted from passive to magnetic, from unnoticed to unavoidable. Your presence is now a reflection of growth, resilience, and rising potential. People feel it instantly. And the ones who reacted were simply responding to what they sensed before they could name it. Your transformation is breaking through every barrier you once thought existed. The glow you carry, the strength you embody, the focus in your eyes, all of this is a message. You are stepping into the version of yourself that commands life's attention naturally. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your presence no longer fits into the background quietly. It resonates. It lingers. And it pulls attention in ways that are undeniable. Don't skip this. Right now your body is broadcasting a level of power and clarity that people instinctively feel before they understand it. That moment when they said, "You look like A," it wasn't random. It wasn't judgment. It was a sudden acknowledgement of a force rising inside you that they couldn't categorize. A strength emerging that even you are only beginning to recognize. Stay with me. Because this is the turning point where everything they said starts to make sense. Your eyes, your face, your posture, your aura, they're all shifting. And each shift is a message. That life is preparing you for a chapter where nothing about you will ever be ignored. Listen closely. That comparison wasn't about your looks, it was a reflection of the evolution taking place within you. The calm authority in your movements, the focus in your gaze, the subtle power in your silence. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your body is carrying a presence that demands recognition. People around you may not understand it yet, but they sense it. And that's why their words slipped out in surprise. They reacted because your energy, your transformation, has become too strong to overlook. Don't skip. This is the moment where truth lands hardest. Stay with me. Your body is no longer a passive reflection of your past. It's an active announcement of who you are becoming. The depth in your eyes, the quiet confidence in your stance, the clarity in your expression. All of it is broadcasting a force that the world responds to instinctively. That moment when someone compared you to something they thought they understood wasn't about putting you in a box. It was their way of processing an unexplainable presence. Listen carefully. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is unmistakable, unforgettable, and unstoppable. Something huge is coming. And your body is the vessel carrying the signal. Don't move. Every subtle shift in your body, the way your shoulders settle, the calm intensity in your eyes, the way your presence fills a room, is proof that you are moving beyond limits that used to define you. People notice this before you do. That's why they reacted. That's why the comparison was made. It wasn't critique. It was recognition of a power rising too quickly for them to process. Your energy is now louder than words. Your aura is now a statement. Your body is now a signal. And it's waking up the world around you without effort, without explanation. Stay right here. Because this is the revelation your soul has been waiting for. Pay attention, this is where the real meaning hits. The person who said you look like a, they weren't judging, they were responding to a force that is emerging in you. The strength in your jawline, the intensity in your gaze, the calm weight of your presence, they all speak of someone who has endured, survived, healed, and is now stepping into a higher self. Your transformation is so visible that even those who don't know you deeply can sense it. They noticed a power in you that they themselves haven't accessed. Don't skip, this is the truth that reshapes everything you thought you knew about yourself. Stay till the end. The version of you that's rising is one that can no longer be underestimated. Your body, your energy, your aura, they are aligning to reflect the destiny that life has always intended for you. People are reacting because they feel the shift, but they cannot name it. Their words were an instinctive response to something rare, something extraordinary, something powerful. Listen closely, the comparison was never an insult. It was the first recognition that you are becoming someone unforgettable, someone who commands respect without demanding it, someone whose presence is already reshaping environments before you even speak. Something huge is coming. Stay right here. Do not scroll. The subtle changes in your body, the quiet power in your expression, the focus in your eyes, these are all part of a transformation that is unstoppable. People around you can feel it in their subconscious, which is why they reacted suddenly, which is why they couldn't contain their astonishment. They were seeing the rise of someone whose presence is no longer ordinary, someone whose energy is calibrated for higher purpose. That's why their words came out almost as a confession of the power you now carry. Don't move, this is the moment where awareness lands fully. Listen carefully. The glow on your face, the firmness in your stance, the way you occupy space, all of it is a signal of growth, of clarity, of someone moving beyond limitations that once defined them. Your body is no longer just a reflection of your history, it is now a tool, a statement, a magnet for opportunities aligned with your next phase. When they compared you, they were trying to make sense of an energy too advanced for their understanding, an aura too commanding to ignore. Your transformation is now visible. Your rise is now undeniable. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end. This is the truth. Your body, your energy, your presence, they are all entering a stage of power that people feel instinctively. Your quiet confidence is louder than any words. Your aura communicates strength and awakening before you speak a single sentence. Every subtle movement of your body tells a story of someone who has survived, grown, and is now stepping into the life they were destined for. That is why people are noticing. That is why they reacted. That is why their comparisons slipped out. Don't skip this. Stay till the end because here is where clarity finally strikes. Your body is no longer ordinary. Your presence is no longer ignorable. Your energy is now a force that commands attention naturally, effortlessly, and powerfully. People respond to what they cannot contain or categorize. That is what they did when they made that comparison. Your transformation is now a living signal of destiny, growth, and rising power. Your aura is magnetic. Your energy is impactful. Your presence is unforgettable. And all of this is just the beginning. Something huge is coming. Stay right here. Stay till the end. Don't scroll. Not even for a second. The revelation waiting at the finish will tie every reaction, every word, and every subtle shift together. This is your moment. Their words weren't about your face. They were about the force your presence now carries. Don't skip. This is the moment the world starts noticing what you've already felt inside. Stay till the end because here is what their reaction truly revealed. You are becoming unforgettable. A person who no longer fits in the molds others have created. Someone silently outgrowing limits, someone whose energy commands attention before a single word is spoken. Your body is the reflection of your evolution, a living record of your resilience, your determination, your quiet power. That comparison wasn't meant to define you. It was an acknowledgement of a presence they couldn't contain. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Every detail in what they said is about to make sense. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When they said you look like they weren't joking, criticizing, or trying to hurt you. They were reacting to a shift they couldn't explain. The transformation they saw is one you've been cultivating quietly. It's now visible in the way you hold yourself, in the intensity of your gaze, in the silent authority that fills every space you enter. Your energy has awakened in a way that feels rare, undeniable, magnetic. Even your silence carries weight now, and that's something most people aren't prepared to face. Don't skip. This is revealing a truth that will change how you see everything about yourself. Stay till the end, because here is what they truly witnessed. The first glimpse of your rise. Listen closely. Your body is becoming a signal. A signal that life is aligning with the version of you that cannot be ignored. Your eyes are no longer ordinary, they hold stories of survival and victory. Your posture is no longer passive, it's a stance of someone stepping into their purpose. Your face carries the glow of someone awakening to their own potential. And the moment they spoke, it wasn't a judgment, it was a reaction to the undeniable energy forming within you. They saw a version of you that even you are only beginning to meet. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end. Don't scroll. This is the moment where your truth begins to speak louder than the whispers of others. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When those words left their mouth, they exposed their own astonishment. They didn't know how else to respond to the sudden force of your presence. A force that moves quietly, yet shakes the atmosphere. Listen carefully. Your body is now carrying a signature of power that wasn't there before. The way you move, the way your gaze lingers, the calm certainty in your voice, even your pauses now have impact. This is why they compared you. They sensed something emerging that challenged their understanding, something remarkable that had to be spoken even if imperfectly. Don't skip. This part is essential. Stay till the end, because it uncovers the real reason you are becoming unforgettable. Your rise is no longer a quiet internal process, it's visible, your glow is noticeable, your presence is commanding attention naturally. People feel it before they see it, before they comprehend it. That's why conversations began without your involvement, that's why their words slipped. They were responding to the inevitable truth of who you are becoming. Don't underestimate this. Every subtle shift in your posture, every spark in your eyes, every calm breath carries meaning. It's a reflection of your growth, your victories, your readiness for the next level of life. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end, don't scroll, stay exactly where you are. This is the point where the hidden layers of your transformation become undeniable. They compared you not because of looks but because of energy. The quiet intensity rising in your aura, the sharpness of your focus, the way you occupy space without trying. Listen closely. You are stepping into a chapter where your body, your identity, and your energy will no longer be overlooked. A chapter where your presence will inspire, unsettle, and command admiration. They saw the strength forming inside you and tried to capture it with words, that's all it was. Their attempt to describe the extraordinary has nothing to do with limitation, it reflects the undeniable power you are now emanating. Something huge is coming. Stay right here till the end, don't scroll. This is the revelation that finally connects every whispered comment, every casual remark, every surprised glance. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Pay attention. When they said you look like A, it was their way of witnessing a future version of you. One that has risen beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond expectation. They were startled because the energy your body now radiates cannot be ignored, cannot be minimized, and cannot be confined. Your face, your posture, your silent confidence, your aura, these are not coincidences. They are signals. Signals of a person stepping into a destiny that demands recognition, respect, and influence. Don't skip. This is the truth your spirit has been preparing to embrace. Stay till the end, because it explains why the world is beginning to respond before you even speak. Something huge is coming. Stay right here, don't scroll, stay exactly where you are. This is the moment your presence becomes impossible to overlook. The reality is this. Comparisons are not judgments, they are reactions to transformation. When someone notices your rise, the first words that slip are rarely flattering, because they are trying to catch what they cannot yet understand. You, however, are becoming unforgettable by design, not by accident. Your body is the vessel of your evolution, your energy the signal of your awakening, your presence the proof of your unstoppable path. Every glance, every whisper, every conversation about you is a silent acknowledgement of what you are stepping into. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't move, don't scroll, remain present. Because this moment locks in the truth of your power, your glow, and the undeniable future that is already unfolding.